Nicki makes a lot of cash. Not as much as Michael Dell, not quite.
Because she's a black woman, or at least I thought she was. She clearly has black children. So are you saying you don't mind your children growing up in a society where they cannot be taught black history?
Nicki don't need to worry about Don. She need to be with Don Lennon. Nicki Minaj needs to be worried about Chris Hansen. She needs to be worried about.
Nicki Minaj has many issues that would lead one to believe that those issues are possibly the reason that she's cozying up to MAGA, right?
Nicki Minaj just stepped straight into her full-on MAGA era, and black celebs are not here for it at all. The reactions have been loud, messy, and totally unsupportive. In just a few short weeks, Nicki went from dropping sneaky political hints to flat out showing where she stands, and it's causing a major stir in the culture. People who once backed her up are now side-eyeing every move of hers, wondering what made her switch sides so suddenly. Because let's be real, Nicki was not like this when Trump was running things the first time around. Back then, she was dragging him online, calling him evil, and even clowning other celebs for jumping on the Trump train. She made it clear that could never be her. During a Pollstar Live conference in 2020, when someone asked Nicki how she felt about Trump, she didn't hold back. She said she wasn't about to jump on Donald Trump's bandwagon. That statement aged like milk, because fast forward to now, and she's standing on the total opposite side. "I don't like that, Nicki," one fan said. And honestly, a lot of people feel the same way. They get why folks don't rock with Trump, but what really stuck with them was how children were being separated from their parents at the border. That hit deep, especially for people who came to America escaping poverty just like Nicki once did. But now, fast forward to today, and Nicki's out here calling herself Trump's #1 fan. She's even claiming he was the best president this country ever had. That sudden shift has left people completely shocked. And the backlash? Oh, it's loud. Black celebrities have been calling her out publicly, saying she's being a total hypocrite. They're accusing her of switching sides for clout and turning her back on the very people who lifted her up in the first place. Some say she's betraying not just her fan base, but her culture and her conscience, too.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap, Christine.
So Nicki, you know, we love her music. I've spoken to her several times. You know, collectively, I feel like we were a little bit disappointed with her, but I feel like she needs to spend a lot of time with Mr. Bruce Springsteen. She needs to go sit on his lap and let him speak some words of wisdom to her heart. Because somebody got her off track and she needs guidance back home.
Let's break down exactly who spoke up, what they said, and why this whole thing has exploded online. One of the first celebs to check Nicki was D.L. Hughley back in December, right after she fired off a few tweets aimed at California Governor Gavin Newsom. Nicki had posted something about how Governor Newsom doesn't care about healthy children, which instantly stirred up drama. That's when DL clapped back hard. He said Nicki Minaj shouldn't post anything about kids because her husband can't be within 1,000 feet of one. It ain't Gavin Newsom, it's Chris Hansen she should be worried about. He was referencing the infamous To Catch a Predator series hosted by Chris Hansen, throwing shade over the fact that Nicki's brother and husband both have disturbing criminal pasts. The internet went wild over that jab. But the backlash didn't stop there. People also started pointing out that Nicki's whole career blew up thanks to her massive LGBTQ+ fan base, fans who've been supporting her fiercely for years. Now, folks are calling her out for using language that many say sounds homophobic. Reality TV icon Tiffany Pollard, better known as New York, spoke to TMZ and didn't hold back at all. She said Nicki supporting Trump feels like a slap in the face to the LGBTQ+ fans who've been writing for her for years. That comment hit deep, and fans have been debating it nonstop online. Tiffany made it clear, people still love Nicki's music, no doubt about that, but lately, fans just aren't vibing with the way she's been talking. Still, Tiffany didn't jump on the cancel Nicki train. Instead, she suggested maybe Nicki needs to surround herself with more progressive voices. She even mentioned someone like rock legend Bruce Springsteen as the kind of energy Nicki should be around. But everything truly exploded after Nicki went after Don Lemon, who's openly gay, and used a slur that many people found deeply offensive. That's when things turned from bad to worse. Don Lemon didn't hold back either. He clapped right back, saying Nicki should be more worried about her own legal situation since she still hasn't gotten her U.S. citizenship. The internet lit up instantly. Then D.L. Hughley jumped back into the conversation to back Don up. He told Nicki she needs to stop worrying about Don at all and start focusing on her own household, especially considering the serious legal trouble tied to members of her immediate family. The way he said it, brutal. But fans couldn't stop talking about it. Reports are flying that the Carters, yes, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, are completely done with Nicki. Word is Beyoncé has cut all ties and wants nothing to do with the chaos Nicki's been stirring up lately. First, it was Kanye jumping on the MAGA train, and now Nicki's following that same path. Sources say Beyoncé's disappointed that Nicki's legacy, once built on power and pride, is now being overshadowed by wild Twitter rants and political drama. Fans are calling it a heartbreaking fall of grace.
I believe that Donald Trump and the conservative movement in this country selected Nicki Minaj because they needed a replacement for Candace Owens. Remember, Candace Owens has fallen out of favor with the Republican Party and the mainstream conservative white agenda because she's now exposing the Zionist control of the conservative movement and of the United States government. In fact, Art, I would argue that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I believe, by the Zionist movement. We're going to distance ourselves from Candace, and this is Donald Trump, the Republican Party, and the mainstream white conservative movement. We got to find another black woman. We got to find another black woman who can compete with Candace Owens nationally and internationally to bring attention away from Candace Owens, who is highlighting the Israeli influence on American politics. And so who better to use than Nicki Minaj?
But things got even more intense when Dr. Umar entered the chat. Instead of just clowning Nicki like everyone else, he decided to analyze what's really going on. And his take had people talking. Umar believes MAGA is using Nicki as their new token black conservative woman, especially now that Candace Owens has started drifting away from Trump over some political differences. That statement shook the internet. Dr. Umar also said he was straight up shocked when he saw Nicki at that Turning Point USA event with Erica Kiker, where Nicki made comments about how teaching black history supposedly makes white kids feel less than. Dr. Umar didn't let that slide. He immediately pushed back, saying that kind of mindset is exactly what keeps real progress from happening. The conversation turned serious fast. Dr. Umar didn't hold back. He said it's wild watching Nicki talk like that when she's out here raising a black child herself. That comment hit people hard, and social media lit up with debates about what could have possibly pushed Nicki down this path. When it comes to why she's taken this new route, Umar admitted he's not exactly sure what's driving her. He said he can't tell if it's about chasing the bag or if there's something deeper, like MAGA might be holding something over her head. That theory alone sent people spiraling online, with everyone trying to piece together what's really going on. But Lizzo, she's not buying that story one bit. She straight up called Nicki a sellout, saying it's got nothing to do with pressure or threats, just money and ego. Lizzo said Nicki realized siding with Trump might be more profitable now that her career isn't sitting at the top like it used to be. And she didn't stop there. Lizzo even warned that we're about to see more black celebs jump on the MAGA wave once they start losing relevance, saying, "You're about to see an influx of people who think it's more profitable and more beneficial to join that side."
Correct, but she said something to the effect that it's not just that we tell black children to feel proud of themselves, but it's like we're doing that, and at the same time, we're telling other children not to feel proud of themselves. And so I guess she was alluding to this false narrative that the conservatives are putting out there, that teaching black children black history and teaching white children the true history of America is somehow going to make white children feel bad about themselves. That bothered me because she's a black woman, or at least I thought she was. She clearly has black children. So are you saying you don't mind your children growing up in a society where they cannot be taught black history or the true history of America because some people feel it offends the self-esteem of white children? And this is so hypocritical, Art, because we've been in America 400 years at least under British North American control. And look at how the self-esteem and self-worth and self-value of black children has been and continues to be compromised for the benefit of the white child. And yet you're telling me that to implement a curriculum of corrective history where you're not insulting white people, you're not denigrating white people, you're simply making sure white children understand that the foundation of this country was laid and built and cemented on the genocide of Native Americans and the enslavement of African people. And not just the enslavement of African people, the dehumanization of African people.
Now, as for why Nicki decided to take this route,
that prediction had everyone talking. Lizzo doubled down, saying, "You're going to see it. It's already started and it's only going to keep going." And she wasn't lying, because fans online have been going off with their own theories about what's really going on with Nicki. One user on X didn't hold back at all, writing, "Nicki Minaj isn't just a sellout, she's bait. This is a transactional performance to draw in the politically clueless, race gatekeeping crowd who'll throw their identity away for crumbs from the table." The post went viral instantly, with people arguing about whether Nicki's political turn is real conviction or just a calculated performance for attention and power. And once that fire started, the roasting began. Fans went all in, dragging Nicki from her career moves to her looks and even her personal life. One user said, "Nicki Minaj is huge AF, chopped, washed, and dropped in the dust. Married to a man with a record, cousin to a convicted killer, MAGA-loving, self-loathing immigrant, and she supports Trump? Pick a struggle, LMAO." The internet was on fire after that one. Then, another user took things to a new level of petty. They zoomed in on a close-up of Nicki's wig from her appearance at Trump's Account Summit and posted, "Oh, you know the gays have abandoned Nicki Minaj when I can see the glue on that stiff wig. Nicki ain't never had a bad install before she got with MAGA, and now the quality's already slipping." That comment alone racked up thousands of likes and quote tweets. The shade? Ruthless. So now it's your turn. What do you think really pushed Nicki into her MAGA era? Is it all about chasing that bag and political protection, or is there something deeper behind this sudden switch up? Do you believe MAGA might actually be using Nicki as a token black conservative, just like Dr. Umar suggested? And here's the real question. Does Nicki even believe the things she's saying, or is she just reading off a carefully planned script made to keep her relevant and powerful? Fans are split, and everyone's got their own take on what's really motivating her moves. Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us what you think is really going on. And don't go anywhere, because the next video breaks down the latest drama surrounding Nicki's political shift, and it's even crazier than this one.
Disgusting. Look, this is what I'll say to Nicki Minaj. I normally don't respond to things like this, but, F it. I'm going to do it this time. I think Nicki Minaj has made it very clear how she feels about African Americans in this country. For I don't think she's one of them, obviously. And she should, under Trump's rules, she should be deported, because I don't think, reportedly, that she is a legal citizen here. She is undocumented. And so she has shown her disdain for African Americans. So why are you supporting her? Why are you buying her records? She's also supporting, I have lots of gay friends who love Nicki Minaj. Why are you supporting this homophobic, bigoted, ignorant woman?